Hey guys, it's Sandy, and today I have a wax review. I am doing a review of the crumble candle, Crumble Co. Snickerdoodle latte wax. They are not, quick disclaimer, they are not called Crumble Co. anymore. Now I'm pretty sure they are called Bewilderment. Although the last time I did, I think if you put in like just crumbleco.com, which was their website, it will redirect you. If not, I'm not sure exactly what their new website is. Probably just Google it. But I haven't bought from them in a pretty long time, but I have a ton of their stuff. Basically when they rebranded a few years ago, I want to say around 2020, 2021. I'm not 1,000% sure. When they did their rebrand, I had a bunch of their stuff, and I haven't bought anything since. And then because I had so much stuff of theirs, and I just haven't really repurchased anything. But I have a lot of their stuff, so I'm still going to obviously review it. This is, like I said, Snickerdoodle Latte. The art is cute. This does not have any of the notes on it, which they usually don't. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do not. There is still one. I still have one cube left. And it does smell really, really good. It's just got this kind of sweet, it does smell like coffee. It does have a coffee smell. And then it's got like this sweet cinnamony-ness to it, which is obviously the Snickerdoodle. And then I also smell chocolate. I don't know if that was intentional, like if there's intentionally like a chocolate scent in this, or if it's just like the mixture of the other scents in there just is reading chocolate to me, but it smells kind of chocolatey to me. But yeah, so how big are these? These are 3-ounce bricks, and you get 6 cubes, obviously. Like I said, I have one left. I put 2 in each of my wax warmers that I have in my living room. My living room is huge. Like, it is the biggest room in the house. And it's very open. Like, I've got very high ceilings. It's a very open space. And then my kitchen is right there, and then I have a formal dining room right here that I turned into kind of a second living room. I call it the playroom. It's got like another TV, another entertainment center, a couch. It's where my kids keep like their Switch. My treadmill is also in there. So it's a nice big open space. I mean, yeah, there's like a doorway, like a little bit of a wall, but it's still a pretty open area. And so I have 2 wax warmers, is I guess what I was getting at. One over here by the playroom, and then one that usually goes over here in the corner. So they're like catty cornered. And I say usually goes over there in the corner, and that's because it's getting to be almost Christmas time, which means the end table that's usually in that corner that wax warmer sits on gets moved into the playroom so I can put my Christmas tree there. Anyway, that was a lot of explanation that I didn't really need to give, but I put 2 bricks in each warmer, and when I would melt them, you could smell them in the playroom, you could smell them in the kitchen, you could smell them in the living room, and they lasted me a long, long time, but only because I wasn't burning them every day. I kind of alternated between melting this and melting a candle. Sometimes I would melt them both simultaneously because they were complementing scents. Sometimes I would just burn the candle, and sometimes I would just burn this. So it really did last like 3 weeks. And then my son actually has one of the single bricks in his little wax warmer in his room, because he has one of the ones that just plugs in, and like you put the wax on the top, like just the little, like, looks like a Glade plug-in. And he's had that one in his room. His room is a smaller space, and he'll keep it on for a little bit, then he'll turn it off. Sometimes he'll leave it on all night, sometimes he won't. It just depends. But he's probably had it in there for a good week, and it is still going strong. Like, I can smell it when I walk by his door, because the outlet it's plugged into is like right next to his door. So, but even with his door closed, if I walk down the hallway, I can smell it outside his door. So that is really, really good. These are good scents. Like, I do recommend them. Like I said, I just haven't bought from them or been to their website for a while. But this one, Snickerdoodle Latte, smells really good. I was pairing it with a hazelnut cream candle from Walmart. Yeah, that was the Mainstays brand. I was gonna say Better Homes and Garden, but no, it's the Mainstay brand. And they really complemented each other. But yeah, if you like wax melts, and they are a small business, if they are, I think they're still around. I really couldn't tell you. So if anyone tries to go to their website and it's not there, let me know. So that way I know to either like not review these because you can't get them, or you know what I mean, or you know what I mean. Just let me know. Because like I said, I haven't been to their website in so long. I don't even know if they're still around. I'm pretty much just doing this review because I know like a lot of people do like wax and candle reviews. As far as I know, this brand is still around. This scent is very good. It is very fall. It really, really like enveloped the front of my house. It was very, very nice. And, you know, it is a small business. You know, they smell super good just because, you know, and I know when I bought all these things, I hauled them all, and I know some people were like, ooh, you know, so I was like, oh, like, you know. But yeah, if they have not, you know what, I'm going to check. Before I post this video, I will check, and I'll have it down in the description, what their website is now, and or if they're still around. So if that is something that, like, if this is something that interests you and you want to check out this scent, they have a lot of scents. I've got a lot of reviews of this brand of wax melts because that was primarily what they did. I think at one point they did have candles, but I never got any because I don't think, by the time I got into them, they weren't selling candles anymore. And then sometimes they would do like drops, but I never got any. But so yeah, from now on, every single time I do a Crumble Co. wax review, I think I will just put it in the description. We'll have like their new website and stuff, so that way you guys can still get to them if you want. And yeah, I'll also put in the description down there, like, if they're still doing wax melts. I'm sure they are, or whatever, if they've changed other things. Like, I'll put that in the description so that way everyone can see it. But yeah, this was a really solid wax bar. Definitely I'd give it a solid 8. I would definitely recommend this one. If I knew for sure you could buy it, I'd recommend it. If I ever decided to, you know, purchase more, I would definitely repurchase this one. It really smelled good. And yeah, that is my video. It was a little weird and rambly, but that is my video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.